are going to dive into one of the most tactical interviews I have ever watched.
Andrew, what do you think of Bonnie Blue sleeping with 1,057 men?
How honest should I be out of 10?
11.
I want you to be honest.
You want to be honest?
Yeah, go on.
I don't understand why men sit here and try and lecture you about it. I don't understand why men sit here and say you shouldn't do it. It's your body, your choice, right? This is the world we now live in. This is the end result of feminism. You are the perfect end result of feminism.
I'm talking about Andrew Tate versus Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue, aka the Blue Ball Demolisher. Or should I say Andrew Tate lets feminism destroy itself without lifting a finger. Tate didn't come in guns blazing like the 2022 Andrew Tate.
And I sat there and I thought, how are women allowed to drive?
This wasn't I'm right and you are wrong. This was a masterclass in reverse psychology. He agreed with Bonnie on everything.
That's
you
right.
have just stayed
That's
at
right,
home.
Bonnie. See, this is the future.
Yeah.
This is the future. This is fantastic. It's exactly what Western society's headed to.
Fed her narrative and let her go wild talking about how empowered she feels selling her body online. But that was the play. He's not validating her. He's saying, look at what society has become. This wasn't an argument. It was a mirror. There you go. Have a look at yourself.
No, these men in their disgusting misogyny believed if you gave women the vote, we'd end up with open borders and drag queen story hours. So they didn't give women the vote. Then they did give women the vote, and society took a particular direction. But when men were in charge of things, women didn't have to worry about what they can do with their life because their father took care of it and then their husband took care of it. But now we live in a brand new world where women can make all of their own decisions. And the path she's chosen, I don't think is any different than most paths women take. I think she's just more honest about it and more upfront about it.
A silent, strategic, I told you so. This is what happens when simps run the internet. The OnlyFans economy, the porn industry, it thrives on male weakness. Every time a guy drops $10 on a girl's pic, he's fueling this culture. And that culture is what gives Bonnie her career. Tate didn't need to attack her. He let her showcase the Frankenstein society built from male inaction. Men have handed over power for a cheap dopamine hit. No respect, no backbone, just subscription fees and emojis in DMs.
How much? What's the biggest amount of subscriber pays?
We're talking like hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
Of course.
An individual man pays.
Yeah.
Just to see your content online.
Yeah.
This isn't women's fault entirely. It's the result of decades of weak men empowering the wrong behavior. Bonnie thinks she was winning that interview. She genuinely believed Tate was cheering her on. But that's the genius. He weaponized the politeness. He let her reveal exactly the kind of thinking he's been warning men about for years. She's sitting there like it's a TED talk, while Tate is low-key saying this is the end product of a society that threw away structure, masculinity, and tradition in favor of attention and lust. She had no idea she was proving his point. Listen, you can hate patriarchy all you want, but let's not pretend the current alternative is working. We are raising generations of men addicted to pixels and women chasing validation in the most destructive way possible. No stability, no family, no values, just clout and chaos. Tate didn't destroy feminism in that interview. He let it destroy itself by showing the outcome. No need for insults, no need for debate, just pure exposure. If you think Tate was praising Bonnie, you missed the whole point. This was chess, not checkers. He showed the world that this is what you asked for. And now that we are here, maybe it's time to ask, was it really worth it? You know, it's wild how our minds change as we age. In your 20s, you are chasing validation, money, attention, with zero thought on consequences. But by your 30s and 40s, your brain literally rewires. Dopamine drops, reflection increases, and suddenly the past hits hard. That's why you see adult entertainers turning religious, quitting, or sadly taking their own lives, which is what we have seen in the recent years. It's not just guilt, it's the brutal realization that their past decisions now haunt their future. The fame fades, but the internet never forgets. And the mental toll is real. You don't escape that easily. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more unapologetic takes and drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Tate right? Or are we just too deep into ice cream? Is Tate right, or are we just too deep into the clown world to even tell anymore? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.